But I'm just saying starting soon because I'm just trying to explain a bit of the backstory of it. The actual fact is that I haven't seen any levels in Geometry Dash that have had a progressive difficulty, and that's something I wanted, as I never seen that before, and I would like to see if it actually be a good idea, and this is what we have from it, from that little idea. So yes, I actually started this off of like nothing, and I created the whole block design, both the sloped and the regular block design, like by myself. So yeah, it takes inspiration from multiple kinds of designs from novels. So yeah, it's like I'm its own little design. So let's start.
Goddamn, really.
So this part is the actual part that actually this actual thing that actually I wanted to actually do. Wait, my fucking. And yes, you see, it's 2 players. This is because the door at the end would be impossible. The doors, both of them, at the end would be impossible without the 2-player mode. So just letting you know. And this beginning is more like an easy click wherever it tells you kind of beginning. So yeah, you actually don't need to press anything unless it tells you to right here, this cube. And this is the first cube section. There's multiple. Like majority of the other game modes in this. Which I use every mechanic, by the way. I will use every mechanic within the 2 minutes. It skipped around because the recording software messed me up, so yeah. So yes, you can see that it's actually tried by the difficulty progression of Geometry Dash. And that's because the beginning section is actually an intro section. And we're about to go into the ship, which is marked by an exclamation point. Every game mode change is marked by an exclamation point of the corresponding color. And yes, that was my basically a title card name. And we want to follow the arrows in this part, almost down to the exact part. And do not touch this corner unless you're a 60 Hz player. Otherwise, you will run into the spike right here, like right there on the edge of the clip monster. And I was a 60 Hz player when doing this, yeah. And just when you see that in the middle, let go. Just let go. We are doing the ball part now. There will be fakes in this part, so the only time you need to click is when it indicates, or when the orb actually isn't going to danger. And these 3 first blue orbs hit. These first 2 yellow orbs hit. These outer blue orbs hit. And hit the yellow orb and the blue orb. And the blue orb you hit late. as you can tell, I have trouble with that part, and then you actually go down because otherwise you'll run that transparent spike. And I set it a little mechanic I made for level I made cold gyro too, and the level actually anything can fade in there. Like it's kind of like transparent looks and stuff, but it can even hide the decoration. And you want to go down onto that pad right there a little late and hit that green orb a little late. Otherwise, you'll
Your stream is laggy.
die either to the spikes or to the block right there. And you want to hit those two orbs, those green orbs, very late. By the way, Nathaniel, that's actually the video, like, is kind of the recording software I used was kind of buggy, that's all. And it like, anyways, you want to hit every orb, and yes, that's a dash orb, but that's the only dash orb throughout this whole actual level. And you want to hit every orb in succession, even that, and you want to jump. Otherwise, I will run in that, and the bottom right then, you'll die. And every orb right here, you want to hit so fast. And now we're on the UFO part, where you will need to memorize each click, which actually, as you can tell from my footage, is very hard because depending on how you come in, the clicks change. So yeah, it all depends on your clicks. It's actually hard. And you want to hit every orb there, and that's it basically, except for the low part, like go up. And this is basically like before, just memorize the click pattern, and that's how you get past this part. And now for the wave, every like so often it will switch your gravity as well as flipping your screen, mirroring your screen. So every gravity flip, it also flips the screen like that. And you gotta memorize the click patterns as well, like memorize when you need to go down, like click. And here's very much a very hard memory part, like you gotta go into that blind.
Damn.
That's why it's actually fun. And there's nothing else hard about this part except for the fact that it flips both the gravity and the mirrors your screen at the same time. And now we go into the mini robot section. Now this is a lot of memory. You want a long click, short click, after that, long click, long click, long click, long click. There's a lot of long clicks in this. Long click, short click, long click, long click, nothing. And now we are into the second mini wave section, which is like slaughterhouse, but I didn't mean that. That was a bug right there, so it was kind of a little hard for me. So yeah, it kind of bugged out right there. So I kind of had a struggle right there. So yeah, that's a reason that, and you just got to memorize how to do the patterns right there. And that bug is the only bug in there, so yeah. And you got system, and then here's the dual part. You actually got time your jumps to memorize them, like, and you cannot cheese this, by the way. You cannot, because I made anti-cheese system, so yeah. You cannot go on to both sides because of that. You actually gotta think about what you're doing. And the second rule at the end is a certain click on the orb that is very soon in time, but you actually gotta click separately, and both the clicks are different timings. So yeah. So yeah, and that's why this is a very hard part, and then this is very easy. Just gotta memorize which one you gotta go on to, and this one you don't want to go if you want to go for a coin. And it's actually a lot of memory here. This last duel is a lot of memory here. Fuck it up, and there are tight timings in this last duel parts. Yeah, a lot of them. And here's the part where it's actually hard to do both times. So yeah, that's why I actually will do this in the editor just to show you, because I have done it in the actual thing before without the actual editor's help. So yeah, and you actually gotta jump where it says, and it's actually kind of hard because the last bit.
Well.
As you gotta avoid these with the cube, and touch these with the ball, and you gotta jump with the cube down here. So yeah, that's kind of a lot of click buttons that you gotta memorize, and that'd be the end screen right over here. And past that portal, you'll be like finishing the level. So yeah, and those spikes are just decorative right there. The end spikes at the portal, those are just decorative. And the reason why that end portal is there and very visible is because I want the players to say, hey, we're back to normal because you just beat this. And yeah, you gotta jump from that bottom cube, that bottom right there, like in between those little cubes of like those little blocks, and jump from that bottom block onto that block right before the portal. Well, you will have to jump and go onto the 2 blocks like that the cube goes in between, and actually on the pad right here, and that's how you win. So yeah, it's actually kind of hard. So yes, and that's about it. And yeah, hope you have a good day. See you next time. Bye bye.